Today I harvested 53 garlic scapes. Now what do I do with them? Hello friends, this is Angela from Art of Creation Homestead, and I'm in the kitchen with you again today. And what we will be doing today, I am going to show you 3 ways to store and preserve your garlic scapes. So I'm going to get started on some of these ways while I talk to you. When we first started growing hardneck garlic and we first started getting the scapes, everything that I saw said you have to use them immediately. You go pick them and you use them immediately. You don't pick them unless you're going to use them that minute. Wrong. That couldn't be more wrong. You actually have a huge window. As you can see, some of these are tiny. It's just the breed of garlic. Because we have some music garlic scapes here, and then we have some Persian Star. And Persian Star is a smaller head of garlic, so it's going to produce smaller scapes. I can't wait to try them though. This is our first year growing Persian Star, and I want to see if the scapes taste any different. I'm pulling out some of these to use for dinner tonight. But the rest of these, I've got a ton here. What do you do with them? Well, first off, believe it or not, you can leave these on your countertop. Actually, just on your countertop for 2 to 3 days, and they will be fine. Isn't that amazing? Which leads me to number 2. These scapes have been rinsed and patted dry. Now, I'm going to put a few of them that I think I may use in the next little bit. I'm going to put them on this paper towel. I'm just going to put a few of the smaller ones on here, and I'm just going to put them on these paper towels right here. Please excuse if you hear the sound of my air conditioning. It is hotter than the devil's toenails outside, and I need air conditioning. So you want to wrap them in the paper towel, slide them into a zip top bag of your choice. I'm using a gallon size bag. And just zip it up, let all the air out. Get as much of the air out as you possibly can. Zip it up and put these in your vegetable drawer, and they will stay good in your vegetable drawer for up to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, these will still stay good in your vegetable drawer if you put them like this. That is also amazing, which leads me to number 3. The way to preserve them for long-term storage. First, you want to take a zip top bag labeled with garlic scapes and the year. Now, you want to flip the rim of your bag inside out so you don't get anything on it, so that you don't ruin your seal. Now, you want to take your scapes. I usually do a few of them at a time. You don't want to do too many because it gets kind of dangerous when you're trying to chop a whole lot at one time. Because we are going to chop these. Now, first, you want to get rid of these little grassy ends. Some people use them. I don't like them. They are too tough. And to me, they're like eating little blades of grass. And some people will also cut off this little flower bud end. I don't. I think they're very tasty. I leave them on. So now, I'm going to stack up all of these scapes. You chop them into whatever size pieces you are going to use. I tend to do them small because they are strong. So I'm just chopping them really small. They are going to roll everywhere because they are round. And see, you just keep chopping until all that you want to store for long-term storage are chopped. Then I'll show you what we do with them. Now just like that, these are all chopped up. Doesn't really take long, even though they are rolling everywhere. Now we are going to load them in to our bag. Now, some people, if you've never dealt with garlic scapes before, you may be wondering, okay, what do I do with them? How do I use them? Use them any way that you would use garlic. If a recipe calls for garlic, you can use scapes in there instead. Now, I'm loading these all into this zip top bag because number 3, and this is the way for long-term storage, you can freeze them. Yes, I said you can freeze them. Now, I'm going to roll this top down and see, this will help force out all the air, because when you're freezing something, air is the enemy. So you want to roll it down before you start zipping it. And that will get out as much air as possible. And now you want to zip it shut. Now see, there's a lot of air out of there. Now, you want to mash them flat for easy storage. Now you're going to place these in the freezer, and you can freeze them for a few months. I mean, you can freeze them even for up to 6 months. But they will start to diminish in flavor just a little bit as they get older. But I promise you, they're not going to stay in the freezer that long. These are going to go into the freezer, and we are going to use them in so much stuff. I hope this helps with your questions on what to do with those garlic scapes. We so appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We appreciate you watching. God bless, and have an amazing day.